Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark. Be a part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Thanks, everyone, for coming. Today, we're going ahead and we're going to go over this precious little girl. Her name is GRACELYN Lee Vick. She was 6 years old. She was in Saucier, Mississippi. She was missing and she was found deceased. Without further ado, get information out there to show y'all. Got to get this background thing out of the way. Evidently, it's standing in the way. Um, I hate the fact that it keeps doing this. Okay. Can y'all hear me okay? Please give a one if you can. Appreciate it. Little girl in the background here. Do the banner. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Uh-oh. Sorry. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Matthew 18, verse 6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. So this little girl, let me first go over here to website. It's at Ryman Family Funeral Homes. GRACELYN Lee Vick. She was born September the 17th, 2018. She was found deceased April the 13th, 2025. We are with the family, and I hope no one goes and badgers the family about what all went on. Show the love and support to her family. GRACELYN Lee Vick, a vibrant soul, was filled with the love of those around her, with joy and laughter. Was born on September the 17th, 2018. Excuse me. And her journey through life took her from this world on April the 13th, 2025, in Saucier, Mississippi. Though her time with us was brief, GRACELYN's spirit radiated love, adventure, and a zeal for life that will forever be cherished by her family and friends. GRACELYN attended Saucier Elementary Kindergarten, where she was known for her infectious laughter and boundless joy. She immersed herself in the wonders of childhood, embracing every moment with enthusiasm. She loved playing outdoors barefoot. That's a lot like me. That's a southern thing, okay? Relishing the feeling of grass beneath her feet, climbing to new heights, and exploring the world around her. Her love for animals, painting rocks, and splashing in the water painted a picture of a little girl who was as curious as she was creative. GRACELYN found immense joy in simple pleasures, whether it was riding her scooter, creating slime, or spending afternoons at Lynn Meadows Discovery Center, where her imagination could run wild. Her favorite color, purple, encapsulated her joyful spirit and adventurous heart. GRACELYN made cherished memories with her family, especially during playdates with her Aunt Jackie and her best cousin, Berta Lee. Those moments of laughter and connections will forever resonate in the hearts of her loved ones. She has a unique quick that brought smiles to the faces of those who knew her. She loved garlic in her green beans, a testament to her delightful and distinctive personality. GRACELYN leaves behind her loving parents, William Vick and Vicki Hutcherson, and her dear grandparent, Tina Welburn, who cared for her deeply. She is also survived by her special cousin, Victoria Pokey Klaus, along with a host of aunts, uncles, cousins, and special family and friends, all of whom will miss her dearly. In heaven, she reunites with her beloved sister, Victoria Lee Hutcherson, her brother, Larry Wayne Hart, and her Carrie grandparents, Larry E. Wedgeworth, Jenny K. Wedgeworth, and Michael Vick Sr., who must be watching over her with open arms. Gracelyn's life, though fleeting, was a beautiful tapestry woven with love, adventure, and memories that will be treasured forever as we come together to honor her memory. Let us carry forward the joy she brought into our lives and remember to cherish the simple things just as she did. A viewing will be held in her honor on Monday, April the 21st, which it was held, for 9 and 11 at Ryman Family Funeral Home in Gulfport, followed by a funeral service from 11 to 12. Gracelyn was laid to rest at the Larry E. Wedgeworth Family Cemetery in Saucier following the service. And it says to order memorial trees or send flowers to the family. Here she is, right here. Look at that precious little girl right here. Okay, so we go over here. What happened to 6-year-old Gracelyn Vick? Here's what we know so far. And this is with the middleageclub.com. Every time I try to go through, there, I got to read. Here's that afternoon. Oh, man. I guess it's going to keep giving me trouble right here. Might have to go to the other. At approximately midday, she reportedly went outdoors to play in the yard. She comes from several rumors that are going around online. I think I'm going to get off of this one because it's just messing up too much. Let me go back up to go to the top up here. Here's what we know so far about the death of 6-year-old GRACELYN Vick. Here she is. There's the swing set and stuff here. Hey, Chris, good to see you. It's good. I'm glad you're here. Let me make it bigger right here so we can all see it. Thanks to WLOX.com. I'm giving y'all credit. Facebook needs to quit striking me for all this information and proof. They need to stop it because I'm giving credit where credit's due. Harrison County, Mississippi is a question on the mind of many people. How did Gracelyn Vick die? She's a 6-year-old who was found deceased on family property in Saucier after she was reported missing. The cause of death is still under investigation. Sheriff Matt Haley told WLOX News Monday. Autopsy results will determine the future of the investigation. Was it a tragic accident or something nefarious? Addressing rumors on social media, Sheriff Haley confirmed that there are no arrests or charges filed in this investigation. Gracelyn Vick's family reported her missing from her family home on F. Taylor Road around noon Sunday. Harrison County deputies and first responders began a large search operation on the ground, on the water, and in the air. Gulf Coast Search and Rescue joined the effort with canines trained to track missing people. Just before 6 p.m., the startling discovery was made. Gracelyn Vick was dead. This is sheriff investigators in the area where GRACELYN VIC was found. Family and friends were devastated when news spread among the crowd. Sheriff deputies roped off an area of the family's property that included a swing set and livestock pens. Crime scene investigators worked into the evening collecting evidence and photographing the scene. GRACELYN's body was removed around 8 p.m. Monday, WLOX News spoke to a family member at the property. The family is still grieving, they said, and the situation is very raw for them. Okay, so let me go to this other one over here. It says this is at Net News Break. Sorry, 6-year-old girl GRACELYN VIC found dead after she went to play in the front yard. Details. Okay, this is by Akona Django 6 days ago. Look at this precious little girl. Look how sweet and precious. 6-year-old GRACELYN Lee VIC was found dead after she went to play in her yard. Okay, okay, thank you. On April the 13th, 2025, the Harrison County Sheriff's Office shared a devastating update following a search and rescue efforts for 6-year-old GRACELYN VIC, also known as Gracie. Update. This was updated about a week ago. This is the Harrison County Sheriff's Department. On April 13, 2025, Sheriff Matt Haley stated Harrison County. Let me click on this right here so we get the full thing on it right here. On April the 13th, 2025, Sheriff Matt Haley stated Harrison County deputies responded to the area of F. Taylor Road and Saucier Fairley Road in reference to missing um, 6-year-old female Gracelyn Vick. Gracelyn's family advised that she went outside to play in the front yard at approximately 12 p.m. and was missing from her yard shortly after. During the search of the area, Graceland was located at approximately 6 p.m. in the vicinity of the residence. When it's right there really close at the residence, I wonder what took so long, really, in a way, right? Graceland was pronounced deceased at that time. Harrison County Sheriff's Office extends their thanks to the many agencies and citizens that assisted in this search effort. This is currently an active investigation. Sheriff Matt Haley is requesting the public's assistance in reference to a missing 6-year-old female Graceland Vic. On April the 13th, 2025, Harrison County deputies responded to the area and that said they advised that she went outside to play in the front yard at approximately 12 p.m. and was missing from the yard shortly after. Graceland is a white female about 4 feet tall, has short blonde hair and brown eyes. Graceland was last seen wearing a white shirt, pink shorts, and no shoes. Graceland responds to both Graceland and Gracie. Here she is right here. Harrison County Sheriff's Office is searching the area, and if y'all got any kind of information out there, please call 228-897-1364. Again, the number is 228-897-1364. Here's photographs of her. Okay, so we'll go back over here. We know she is found deceased now. County deputies had responded to a missing persons report in the area of Ed Taylor Road and Saucier Farley Road. Gracelyn's family stated that she went out to play in her front yard around 12 noon and disappeared shortly after. Here she is right here around the swing sets. A screen grab from a video news report about Gracelyn Vick. She's last seen wearing a white shirt and pink shorts. I guess let's see. Like in this photograph right here. The sheriff's office began searching using ATVs, a helicopter, and on foot with volunteers. It is right here where a screen grab from a video news report about GRACELYN VIC. Acadian Medical, Harrison County. Let's go too far up, I'm sorry. Fire and Gulf Coast Rescue were also on the scene. Unfortunately, at around 6 p.m., GRACELYN's lifeless body was discovered near her family's property. Currently, no arrests have been made, and authorities have yet to rule out foul play. GRACELYN's cause of death is also yet to be determined. However, an autopsy was performed on Monday, April the 14th, 2025, at the state lab in Biloxi, Mississippi. Alongside the Sheriff's Department, the Harrison County Coroner's Office is working to analyze the results, which will determine the direction of the investigation as it continues. Of course, I can't play the video, it's not allowing the sound, so I have trouble with that. GRACELYN's death comes after she lost her older sister, Victoria Hutcherson, in March 2024. Victoria had been a big passenger in a minivan that crashed into a dump truck rock crossing US 49. She was 13. So we were wondering what happened to her sisters and brothers that had already passed away too. Here's the answer on what happened to an older sister. Okay. Their aunt, Jackie Polk, said GRACELYN's spirits were broken over Victoria's passing. Jackie has also been vocal about GRACELYN's case since she went missing. My niece is missing. Please help find her. Last seen at, it's got the address there, and we know she's been found. Anybody with wildlife cameras, ring cameras, security cameras, please, they're going to still need any kind of information. If you got any kind of information out there whatsoever, so please speak up. Following the devastating end of the search efforts, Jackie expressed her gratitude for all those who showed concern and lent a helping hand during her family's time of need. They're still in need, finding the answers, right? Who did this? What happened to her? Thank you to all of the first responders and search teams that showed up for GRACELYN Heritage Farms. We are overwhelmed with your love and concern for our family at this time, she wrote. So make sure that you give hearts for the family members, please. By now, everyone knows our Gracie has passed away yesterday. This is what Jackie Polk wrote, their aunt. Thank you to everyone for the texts, calls, and messages. Thank you to all of the first responders and search teams that showed up for Gracie. We are overwhelmed with your love and concern for our family at this time. Please continue to pray for us. We have a long road ahead of us. We sure will. We sure will be glad to pray for the family. GRACELYN Heritage Farms is a farm run by GRACELYN's mother. Please continue to pray for us. We have a long road ahead of us, Jackie continued. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be the last time Jackie addresses the public about GRACELYN's case. People are getting on all platforms of social media and saying horrible things about my family. A lot of accusations and assumptions have been made, she began. I'm not going to assume. There might be some thoughts that I got. I was wondering what happened to the family, but I'm not going to add into the horror, and I'm not going to add into anything that I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to add it. You people that's adding more to the story, then y'all should be. Oh man, y'all don't need to be monetized if you are monetized, and you need to get with the real facts on what's going on. Don't go and spread lies and rumors. The family deserves answers. She continued explaining that she and her family were incredibly traumatized and trying to keep themselves together as they navigate another horrible thing. Jackie Pope said last Monday, people are getting on all platforms of social media and saying horrible things about my family. A lot of accusations and assumptions have been made. As a family, we are unbelievably traumatized right now. We are trying very hard to keep ourselves together and navigate another horrible thing. We are aware of all the wild narratives, and some of us have been even assumed in a moment things we should not have. The human mind is trying to come to some level of rationale. That is impossible amid trauma. The investigators are working diligently to find all the possible answers. Please know that God is on the scene because His word is true and He is faithful to get us through this. We will know more later this week. Hopefully, we all will know something because we care about kids. We are aware of all the wild narratives, and some of us have even assumed in a moment things we should not have. The human mind is trying to come to some level of rationale. That is important amid trauma, she said, and that investigators are working diligently to find all the possible answers. Jackie also leans on her faith during this trying time. Please know that God is on the scene because His word is true and is faithful to get us through this time, she stated, concluding that her family will know more later this week. Here's her with uh, somebody, GRACELYN Heritage Farms, about 6 months ago. That must be okay. Veteran and journalist E. Brian Rose, who closely followed GRACELYN's case, was among those spreading the word about her disappearance, shared an emotional post since she was found dead. I have been gathering information all afternoon in hopes of writing a new story with a happy ending. It has been very emotional speaking with those close and collected pictures of Gracie. I started to feel like I knew her and was very optimistic this would be a happy story ending, he wrote. I have a daughter close to Gracie's age, and I, like many of you, am not okay right now. Please keep her loved ones in your thoughts and prayers as they face this unimaginable loss. Rest in peace, Gracie, he concluded. Sadly, GRACELYN's demise is one of many. Just weeks ago, a shocking turn in a nearly 2 year mystery led to multiple arrests as investigators pieced together what happened to a little boy in the French Alps, whose disappearance gripped the nation. Authorities took 4 people into custody as part of an ongoing investigation into the death of 2 year old Emily Soleil, who went missing in the summer of 2023, sparking a buzz online. His remains were discovered in the spring of 2024 near his grandparents' home in Haute Bernette, Alpes de Haute Provence, France. According to the statements from the Aix-en-Provence public prosecutor, Emil's grandparents, Anne and Philippe Badovini, along with 2 other adult children, were arrested early Tuesday morning, March 25th, 2025, at their residence in La Boulade, Bourgeois de Rouen. They are being held on suspicion of intentional homicide, concealing a corpse. The prosecutor's statement explained that these detentions are part of an effort to verify and compare evidence collected over the past several months. No formal charges have been filed at this stage, and those in custody remain presumed innocent. The Bananas lawyer, Isabel Colombani, confirmed the arrest. I have no comment to make. I just found out, she added. Emil was reported missing by his relatives in Haute Bernat on July 8th, 2023. His parents were reportedly absent on the day of his disappearance. Nearly 9 months later, on March 30, 2024, a hiker discovered his remains less than 2 kilometers from his family's hamlet. His laid to rest in February 2025 in Le Boulay, where his grandparents reside. The case has sparked a lot of social media, with many expressing shock and sorrow over the developments. One commentator wrote, I can't imagine a grandparent doing that to their boy. Another question, the length of the investigation. It's taken them almost 3 years on this. Some welcomed the arrest. One person stated about time, and another adding, always thought there was more to this. Rest in peace, little one. Hope your parents get justice for that those monsters too. So, all these are thinking this because you see these cases such as Emil's, right? So they're going like that. And, yeah, that's the little boy right here, the Emil case. So, every case is different. Everything's different. So let's not speculate. Let's try to get the facts out there. Remember to be hyper vigilant. Remember to speak up, speak out. Oh, you're on split screen. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I appreciate everything and everyone. God bless you all. Remember to speak up for this little kid. Do not go and bash the family whatsoever. They do not deserve this. They deserve the family deserves justice. We do not need to judge it because we are not there. We don't know all the facts. We need to wait till the autopsy results come in. We need to prayer that there's, for the family, and prayer that this little girl gets justice. Oh wow, that's cool. All right. God bless y'all. And remember, get the word out. Speak up for the kids. And do not go and add more to the story. You might have suspicions, but say it privately. That's where these horrific people are going out and spreading lies. And then, you don't go and say this kind of thing like, I think the family did this. This is social media. You're out there making accusations. That's how lies and that's how these different things that are untrue gets told because somebody said, "Well, this is what really happened," because such and such said, "I think." They're not putting in there about the "I think," "I believe," instead of going like that. Okay, so that's what happened. The parents did that. There's people that spread these lies out there. Okay, we don't know what happened. If the parents did this or not, I'm not going to say they did. Okay, I'm not going to say they didn't. I'm just saying that prayers for the family and justice and the truth come out about whatever happened to this little girl. That we are hoping and praying for a little girl. Thank you so much, and God bless each and every one of y'all. Remember to advocate.